Number 70, YouTube Live Yoga Routine. So, get down here. I fixed the computer. Sorry. So what we're going to do today is we're going to begin with the easy pose, and then we're going to move into the sun salutations. This is how my instructor that I learned from, let me think, how long ago? 20 years ago, 99. Yeah, about 20 years ago. I think it was 99, maybe 98. Anyways, we always began, not always, but most of the time we began in easy pose, which is the modification to lotus. And we just loosened up from the neck all the way down. And we did some poses on the floor, but with this camera, I can't do those poses right now. Until I get a new camera, then I'll add those poses. The camera definitely limits my ability to do specific poses because the camera captures this wide angle and lengthens, makes me look too long and it doesn't look right. So I've already tried it, so it didn't work out. So anyway, so let's go ahead and begin an easy pose. We're going to begin in the easy pose, loosen up, and then we'll go into the sun salutations. So let's begin in the easy pose. Back is straight, hands are in front to your knees, maybe in your lap, and maybe you're leaning back, maybe you're against the wall. But wherever you are, just accept it. Get comfortable. Try to make the back as straight as you can if you can. Just focus on the breathing. Now, yoga, focusing on the breathing, is what allows the mind and the body to link as one. So the focus is the link that allows this oneness. No matter how you're doing the pose or how you think you should do the pose, if your mind and body are one, then you're doing yoga. And here, you're just watching yourself breathe. You're already breathing automatically. So you're just going to watch yourself breathe. You're going to watch the belly go out when you inhale, and the belly goes in when you exhale. Or you have your focus on the tip of the nose, watching the air go in and out. You're letting go of the mindset of control. Not controlling the breathing, you're just watching it. We're going to tilt the head to the right ear to the right shoulder, back is straight, or straight as you can get it. Left shoulder stays down, shoulders are level, as level as you can get them. Just focus on the breathing. Now when you focus on the breathing, it heightens your awareness. So you're aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck, aware of maybe something in the back. Maybe you have an issue in the back and you're aware of that. But you're not focused on those things, you're focused on the breathing. Then you're going to take the right hand, place it to the side of the head. Let the weight of the arm bring the head down. So you keep the left shoulder down, back stays straight. Relax the arm. When the arm is relaxed, it's pulling your head down. Now, of course, you might be pulling just because it's natural, but don't pull as much. Just try to relax the arm and let the weight of the arm bring the head down. Just do the best you can and just let the mind and body connect as one. And focus on the breathing. And then go ahead and release. Hands back to center. Tilt the head to the left. Left ear is to the left shoulder. Back is straight. Right shoulder's down, so the shoulders are level as you can get them. Focusing on the breathing, which heightens your awareness of what's going on in the body. So you're feeling the stretch in the right side of the neck. You're aware of that, but you're not focused on that. So I'm aware of some cricket outside. I think that's a cricket. I don't know what it is, but I'm aware of it. I'm not focused on it. And just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And bring the left hand to the side of the head. Let the weight of the arm bring the head down so you relax the arm. Keeping the right shoulder down. You're not pulling down. Now, of course, you might be pulling a little bit just because it's a natural thing to do. Try not to do it if you can. If not, that's fine too. Just focus on the breathing, feeling the stretch. The left side of, the right side of the neck. Go ahead and release, hands back to center. Tilt the head back. So you're not jarring the head back, you're going up. So the chin is going up, which is making your head go back. Just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Pick knuckles, place them under the chin, pushing up, not pushing back, you're pushing up. So your back is straight. You're focused on the breathing. And then go ahead and release. The head's dropping down, chin to the chest, back is straight, so you're not curling the back. The head is just going down. I don't think I've heard that cricket before. Listen to him. You're going to bring the fingers together, so interlock the fingers, back of them, and not the back. The palms go to the back of the head. Relax the arms. Again, you're not pulling down. You're letting the weight of the arms bring the head down when you relax the arms. And again, you might be pushing just because it's natural. If you are, try not to push too much. Just focus on the breathing, which makes you aware of the stretch, makes you aware of what's going on around you. Then go ahead and release. Heads back to center. Neck rolls, drop the head to the right. The head is dropping down and going around. When the head is going down and around, you're exhaling as the head goes up and back. You're inhaling, and you're making sure that movement is linking up with the body. With the breathing. You're exhaling, linking that movement with the breathing. You're focusing on the breathing, which makes you aware of the movement, which allows the movement to become a form of a moving meditation. Then when the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse, head is dropping down and going around, you're exhaling, head is going up and back. You're inhaling, focusing on the breathing, which allows you to be aware of the movement, aware of the stretching, aware of what's going on around you. It heightens your awareness. And then when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulders shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down, and around. The shoulders going up, you're inhaling, and the shoulders go back and down, you're exhaling. Again, focus on the breathing. Heightens your awareness of the movement. You're not focused on the movement, you're just aware of it, you're focused on the breathing. And the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhaling as you go down, inhale as you go up. Focusing on the breathing. And when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. Neck trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. When you go down and around, the back is straight or as straight as you can get it, and you're reaching out and exhaling. As you're going up, you're inhaling. Again, this movement with the breathing. So you're exhaling as you go down, inhale as you go up. Focus on the breathing, allowing the movement to become a form of a moving meditation. So you're aware of the movement, aware of the stretching in the lower back. You're going down. Maybe you're even aware of the issue you have in your knee or your foot. You feel it, but you're just aware of it. So when you're going to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. So what you're aware of is not what you're focused on. You're focused on the breathing. Don't focus on the issues. Don't focus on the movements. You're just aware of the movements. Focused on the breathing. Keep on repeating that because it's extremely important. I mean, I keep on hearing the cricket. I'm aware of that cricket. I don't know if that's singing. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if it's a cricket. It sounds like a cricket. And then when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Now we're going to do the spinal twist. The left hand goes to the right knee. Right arm goes up. Pull yourself up. So you think of the spine. The spine is going straight up. You're reaching up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor and center the back. Arm is straight and it's against the back. The head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Now in this pose, when you're inhaling, the belly swells with air. So let yourself be pushed out of the pose just slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in. It's a subtle movement. Be aware of the movement. Don't focus on the movement. Just be aware of it and focus on the breathing. And make sure the head is twisting. And then go ahead and release, back to center. And then you're going to do the other side. So right hand's on the left knee, left arm goes up, pull yourself up. Think of the spine. So go straight up, then twist, palm goes to the floor and center the back. Arm is straight, it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Now in this pose, when you're inhaling, the belly swells with air, so it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, the belly goes in, You go back into the pose just a little bit. It's a very subtle movement. Be aware of the movement, but don't focus on it. And make sure the head is twisting. Go ahead and release. Back to center. Back straight. Hands are in front to your knees. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're leaning against the wall. The leg is up. Maybe you're just like this. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are, do the best you can and just focus on the breathing. The important part is focusing on the breathing because that's the link that allows the mind and body to become one. And that oneness is yoga. And you're just watching yourself breathe, focusing on it, nothing else but the breathing. Now we're going to go to the sun salutations. Not technically, usually I bring the legs out, shake them out. I can't do that with this camera like I explained in the beginning. So we're just going to go to the standing mountain pose. So we're going to shake them out here. I usually have the legs go out, but the camera makes my legs look like 20 feet long. I'll get a new camera eventually. Just got paid, but I had to pay a whole bunch of bills. It's the way it is, you know. People are like, hey, don't you have a job? Don't you have 2 jobs? Don't you? I got 4 kids. So that's where my money goes. So shake it out. And we're going to do, let's think. Let's do 4 sun salutations. The standard sun salutations, just holding them for about 5 breaths, maybe, I'll say 10 seconds or so, around that. Maybe someone's doing two breaths in them. Maybe somebody's doing 5 breaths. So we're just going to do the standard sun salutations with the low lunge. So to begin, you go in the mountain pose. The toes go as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are slightly bent. Hips are tilted. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. And you're lengthening up. So in the mountain is making the skeleton stand as if there was nothing else. You were just a skeleton. You're trying to make that stand. And everyone's going to look different. Just find the spot where your skeleton's standing. And just focus on the breathing. The palms together, thumbs to the heart center. When I push out, up and back, my hands, just keep the hands in the symbolic hand gesture of the prayer. I go out a little bit. If you need to go like this, do that. Doesn't matter, as long as the mind and body is connecting. All the stuff comes, that'll happen. But the mind and body connecting. So up and back, inhaling slowly. Then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. Once you're down, palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, and just focus on the breathing. Now you are pulling yourself in and down, but you're not going past the spot where you should go to. So you're right at the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Now palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, the back foot, top of the foot is to the floor. Knees to the floor, hips are square and then pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arch. Making sure the knee is not over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up into your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Maybe you're leaning. Doesn't matter. Maybe you have an issue in your back. You're like, man, I need to lean. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Once the mind and body is connecting, you're doing yoga. You're listening to your body, becoming your own guru. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. Settle here for a second or two. We're just using it as a transition pose. Then downward dog, pushing into it, arms are straight. Legs are straight, tailbones go to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. And you are pushing into this pose, when you're pushing to the spot right before you feel like you shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Now you slide into the upper dog, so you drop down to the knees in the chest, slide up, or modify it how you have to. Now with the upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor. Of course, the palms are to the floor. The head is dropping back. You're doing the best you can. Now, if you need to do the small cobra, just the chest is off the floor. Can't speak all of a sudden. Palms to the floor, but you're not pushing up. You're not using the palms. They're just down here. Or just go to hands and knees. Wherever you are is fine. Doesn't matter. Then back to downward dog. Downward dog, arms are straight. Legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor, and you are pushing into this pose, accepting where you go and focusing on the breathing. Now you bring the left foot up between the hands, low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. The front knee is not over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up. Back is straight, maybe arch to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Maybe you're up like this. Wherever you are, accept it and just focus on the breathing. Foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up. Then move into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Push up in and down. Focusing on the breathing. Now in this pose, when you inhale, the belly swells with air. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, the belly goes in. Let yourself go back in. But you're focusing on the breathing. Palms together. Reach out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Hinge forward. Put yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe, focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. Top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square. Pushing forward diagonally. Make sure the front knee. Make sure the front knee is not over the toe. Back straight. Maybe arch. Maybe to your fingertips. And just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle here for a second or two. Then downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. And you are pushing into this pose. So the arms are straight and you're pushing, but you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up. Modify it how you have to. If you need to do the small cobra, do that. If you need to go to hands and knees, do that. Just do the best you can and focus on the breathing. The main thing is focusing on the breathing. Learning how to focus on the breathing. How many times can I say that? Focus on the breathing? I think that was 4. So back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Now here, no tension in the neck, so the head is dangling. So right foot is up between the hands. Low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor. Knees. Can't speak. I can't speak. So push the hips forward. Diagonally. Back is arched or maybe straight. You just accept where you are. I have to accept that I can't speak sometimes. Never could speak, honestly. Just want to know the truth. That's the truth. So with the back foot, roll the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle here for a second or two. Then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, two more. Inhale. Exhale, inch forward from the lower back. Palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, making sure the front knee is not over the toe, back is straight, maybe arched to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Just accept where you are, focus on the breathing. And we're going to go in the high lunge. So here for a second or two, then move in the downward dog, pushing into it. Arms straight, legs are straight, elbows to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. No tension in the neck, but you are pushing into the pose. And slide into the upper dog. Or modify it how you have to. So go to hands and knees. With a small cobra. Just do the best you can. And then back to downward dog. Pushing into the pose, focusing on the breathing. And left foot is up between the hands. Low lunge with low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arch, making sure the front knee is not over the toe, to your palms or your fingertips. Or wherever you are, just accept it. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, high lunge for a second or two, then move into standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, one more, inhale. Exhale, pull yourself in and down, standing forward bend. Palms to the side of the feet, right leg is back into a low lunge. Just focus on the breathing. And high lunge for a second or two, then downward dog. Now upward dog, modify it how you have to. If you need to go to small cobra or hands and knees. Back to downward dog. Right foot is up between the hands, low lunge. High lunge and standing forward bend. And palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Turn the palms out, push the neck down now. Exhale. Go to mountain pose. For that last one, I didn't give instructions on purpose. This will let you figure it out So you listen to your own body, think about it. Now the mountain pose, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor, one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, no tension in the arms, on the shoulders. You're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing as if you were just the skeleton. You're finding that spot where the skeleton is standing by itself. There's no tension anywhere. You just focus on the breathing. Again, you're already breathing automatically. So just watch yourself breathe. Don't control it. Then go to the mindset of control. And just watch yourself breathe. Just stay here a little bit longer. And then palms together. So the mountain pose, I feel like, I'm trying to find that spot where the skeleton is standing. I try to feel like the skeleton, just the skeleton. I feel like I'm, like from the outside, hey, you're looking funny, like I look funny. But it doesn't matter because letting go of the mindset of judgment. Don't care how I look, don't care if I think of how I look. I'm trying to find that spot for me, for my skeleton. And that's what you should do too. So that's it. So that's number, 70. We do the math and say how many I have left, but I have 295. That's what it would be. So 365 minus 70 is 295, I think. So I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. See, I can't speak. Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace.